And welcome to The Factor Uncensored. We begin with live images, video from New York City. You're looking at it there. A grand jury in Manhattan has yet to decide to indict former President Donald Trump, as some of you are waiting. Today's proceedings were canceled. Some are asking, could fear be the reason for the delay? Specifically, fear this lady here, Angela Box. President Trump is currently under investigation for allegedly paying hush money to porn star Stormy Daniels. He has denied all allegations. Now the nation has been watching for a vote from the grand jury all week long. We heard it would happen on Tuesday. Did not happen yesterday. There are whispers of disagreements happening in the district attorney's office in Manhattan. Some news outlets are saying the district attorney is having a hard time convincing the grand jury of the charges because, according to Fox, the weakness of the case. Let's talk about it. Joining me now here on The Factor Uncensored, attorneys Eric Dick and Oliver Brown, and political analyst Angela Box. So, Angela, why do you think we have not heard an indictment when President Trump himself tweeted over the weekend or last week saying, I would be indicted on Tuesday?
Well, methinks some people might be having cold feet, and all I have to say is, I wish you would. I wish you would. Stop threatening me with a good time, leftists. Let's get this party started, because here's the deal. This DA, Alvin Bragg, who I mentioned a couple days ago, is funded to the tune of $1 million by George Soros, has dropped felony charges to misdemeanors 52% of the time. And we're talking about serious felonies: spousal abuse, pedophilia, rapes, assaults, grand larceny, all kinds of stuff. But he wants to make a big show to indict Donald Trump on a stupid, basically a parking ticket that's basically run out of the statute of limitations. And again, it's amazing to me that leftists, these are the three things the left is obsessed with right now, okay? Pronouns, drag queens, and Donald Trump. And it's delicious to me.
And really quick, for those who are not politically savvy and know all the details and inner workings of your world, but what would George Soros have to do with this? Who is George Soros to put that in context?
Okay, George Soros is a billionaire, hard leftist who has funded
a Democrat
who is a leftist. He's not an American citizen. He's a leftist. He has funded many of these radical leftist DAs throughout the country that are responsible for this, no bail system and allowing criminals to run all over the streets. George Soros is directly involved in many of these
All
races.
right, Oliver, your thoughts on this? Are you just like Angela on this?
Well, I have a little bit different perspective. What I'm seeing that's happened is that this is a bad move by the DA all the way around. I think by the DA going after him like this, that this is going to only bolster Donald Trump. It's going to help his political career. And I think that this is another misstep of the Democrat Party. Right now, the Democrat Party is rudderless, okay? So they think all they can do is mess with Trump. Let's assume that you did get Trump convicted of felonies and then get him convicted over in another state. Guess what? You're only going to then empower DeSantis out of Florida. So using the criminal justice system as a means to score political points is just a bad political strategy all the way around. So whereas maybe he did do something a little bit wrong several years ago with this payoff or whatnot, a prosecutor has prosecutorial decision making to make, and sometimes in the interest of this country, it may not be a good idea to go and prosecute a former president and just let old dogs lie. And so I don't think this is a very good move by the DA up in Manhattan.
Attorney Eric Dick, your thoughts on this?
So it's troubling if you're the DA and you're struggling to get an indictment with the grand jury, because that's kind of easy to do. That's going to suggest the case is really weak. And sadly.
And we've heard the line, you can indict a ham sandwich.
Exactly. And you can indict a ham sandwich, basically. So if they're having problems indicting Donald Trump, I think it's the wrong time if they were going to indict him for this. It's clearly in political season. He said he's going to run for president. Now they're going to seek to indict him. It seems suspect. And this is stuff that a grand jury is going to look at. Also, there's just kind of a history of Democrats trying to, use the legal system to prosecute Republicans. You see that with Rick Perry. He got indicted. He got dismissed. You're seeing that with Ken Paxton. He's been indicted. indicted. It's still going on. Let's just be honest. It's going to get dismissed.
What the hell is that about?
It's going to get dismissed.
Yeah.
It just is. It's going on.
And Oliver, let me bring you back. You think there's no truth to Paxton here in Texas?
Now,
I think we're
honestly
getting offline, but
I can't
intrigued
even
by that.
understand what's going on with that.
Yeah.
But if they had it, they need to bring it against them,
Yeah.
and they haven't brought it. And it's just like that, just like they haven't brought it against Paxton, they haven't brought it against Trump. They've been trying to indict Trump from the day that he got elected president, and that is a very bad move by the Democrats. It's a bad political play all the way around.
And to me, it's really funny that the left is parroting this line right now of the laws apply to everybody. Well, they apply to everybody unless your name is Bill or Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama or Joe Biden or Hunter Biden or Anthony Fauci or James Comey or Andrew McCabe or Peter Strzok or Lisa Page, or I could go on ad infinitum, or Black Lives Matter or Antifa, who, never forget, are the real perpetrators of massive chaos and violence over the last few years. So I can't believe I'm saying this.
Oliver,
totally
Oliver, you ain't gonna say nothing.
I
What?
Oliver, you ain't gonna say
co-sign
nothing?
everything Eric and Oliver have been saying.
What about Antifa or something? I have nothing to do with them.
Exactly.
I'm not a representative of them.
Good for you, Oliver.
I mean,
I'm not saying Antifa. She says the violence over the last few years, totally ignoring what happened on January 6th.
Again,
well, those people did get charged and convicted.
Well, I cannot wait till we dive into what really happened on January 6th. That was a setup from the jump. And you're not going to see Trump supporters getting set up
Oliver,
again.
shame on you for not saying
What?
anything.
Wait,
Oliver.
Come on.
I can't do everything here. And so, Eric, when we talk about President, do you foresee there actually being an indictment?
It could be an indictment. I think that there's not indictment, then it's some serious problems on behalf of the DA, because it's easy to indict. I'd be shocked if there's a conviction, because it's just that never ends up well. The timing is so suspect.
The thing that no one's really reporting on is that Cohen's own attorney went in and testified to clear up matters.
Yes.
He just did an interview and said that, hey, I contacted both sides to let them know what I think that Cohen did was wrong. And I think that may be what's holding up the indictment, is that his own attorney flipped on him.
Yeah, Bob Costello has said, you know, Cohen waived privilege, and Cohen is out saying he didn't when he has the document that he did. He's making the rounds. This guy's like, Michael Cohen from day one has said Donald Trump did nothing wrong. And if they had something on him, Michael Cohen would have flipped, and he did not. And Bob Costello is going to be a major quiver in the arrow for the Trump team if they do indict.
Thank you all for joining us here on The Factor.